Well, it turns out that all of my assumptions that I had on the Crew 2 in the last video were actually wrong, and we've actually gotten some brand new news in terms of what basically confirms what the Crew 2 actually is, and that is the fact that it is a sequel to the popular game The Crew. Now I will be telling you guys about this information in a bit. So then, my assumptions were actually wrong, in that being that the Crew 2 is an expansion. It is actually going to be a sequel to the popular game The Crew. Now, it's not that my assumptions were 100% wrong. I'm going to say that they were wrong because, well, my ideas were wrong for a fact. But to be completely honest, they were most likely going to be wrong. Someone's ideas were actually going to be wrong, and it just happened that my ideas were wrong. So, I didn't know nobody knew for a fact exactly what the developers were actually going to do with the Crew 2 on the first day they were actually going to showcase that teaser of the Crew 2. And of course, now we got some brand new information which basically confirms that the Crew 2 is actually a sequel to the game. I almost said expansion, but it's not an expansion, it's a sequel. So let's get right into it now. All I have to say is I will actually be doing a video later on of things that the developers could actually do for the Crew 2 for the players that have already played the Crew, kind of like loyalty rewards. It'd be really nice if they actually did some kind of loyalty rewards for the people of the Crew. But more on that in the next video, probably coming out tomorrow. Speaking of and of course, I nearly got killed here. So let's get started. So we got some brand new information on the forums from Ubi Moshi Moshi, which I will be showing you his forum post right now. And he said in his forum post, "Hey guys, rest assured that this announcement does not mean the end of support for the Crew 1. We will continue to provide support for all players of the Crew 1 in the long run. New community events, new challenges, and rewards." So this is good news for those that actually are still are going to be playing the Crew, the first installment of the Crew. And won't have the money to buy the Crew 2 just yet, or they just don't want to move on. Because frankly, the Crew is not a completely perfect game. They're most likely gonna have to fix a bunch of things. Like they're gonna have to fix the awards. There's a bunch of awards that are actually broken that they need to fix. And so yeah, they're still gonna support the Crew, like it said in that post. But it's not gonna be like most likely not gonna be major content updates. Chances are there might actually be just one more content update for the Crew. One last hurrah for the Crew. Probably an update that everybody wants, like bug fixes. Maybe, actually no, not a map expansion. Maybe a couple of more cars added. But I'm pretty sure mostly what they're going to do is they're going to do one more big major update which will fix like most of the broken aspects of the game. But yeah, basically, like I said, the Crew 2 is going to be the second installment of the Crew franchise, and it'll be pretty interesting to see what the developers are going to do. I'm definitely going to pre-order the game as soon as I get my dank YouTube money so I can purchase it. Because the Crew 2 sounds like a really, really interesting aspect. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with the Crew 2, where the Crew 2 is going to be located in, things like that. But the Crew 2 does sound like an extremely exciting new... Basically, the Crew 2 sounds extremely exciting, and the fact that they're just basically starting from scratch. And, a lot of players were actually wondering what was actually going on with the Crew, because they announced that they actually got a bunch of people hired up for their system. I don't know if they announced it, but basically they hired a bunch of people to work with them, and people are thinking, oh, they're gonna use those guys. Have those guys help them fix the bugs with the Crew, but it turns out no, they're actually working on an expansion for the Crew. Not an expansion. Why do I think it's an expansion? God damn it! A sequel for the Crew. They were actually going to work on a sequel with them on the Crew, and chances are they're probably working on it. To be completely honest, I don't know for a fact though, but I'm pretty sure they were working on it already for the longest time. But in any case, yeah, I'm gonna be making a video. Like I said, I'm gonna be making a video about loyalty rewards they can do for the players that have played the crew in the past, and I'm also gonna be doing videos of ways they can improve the crew, in my opinion, such as game optimization and so forth. But those videos will be for the future. But this is now, and of course, I think I'll end the video off here. I think I made my point pretty clear that I had the wrong idea, and that the Crew 2 is going to be a whole new game coming in the future, probably sometime this year, because there's a copyright for 2017, and there's a good chance they're gonna be releasing it this year. Well, that was actually in the email, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But there's a good chance that we will have something for 2017 relating to the Crew and the Crew 2. So it should be some very interesting information. I'm pretty excited for the Crew 2. Now, a lot of people are, like I said, I know a lot of people are going to get upset that the Crew basically is going to lose all of its support and none of that. No, the Crew is not going to lose all of its support. The Crew is still going to get support. The servers are still going to be up and running. The Crew is still going to get updates, rewards, and so forth. Probably not any new vehicles for the most part, but it will still keep going in terms of just being able to play it with your friends and so forth, which is nice, I guess. But they should honestly focus on fixing all of the issues with the Crew instead of just adding content updates. They should focus mainly on their second installment of the game, because, well, frankly, the Crew's kind of already gone past its lifestyle, its life cycle. It's a very old game now. It's time for them to actually just kind of move on from it and start fresh. I think that's the best thing that they have. That's the best option they have right now. And for a fact, I know they will succeed. And some Russian guy was in my session. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, that Russian guy was in my session. That was weird. But in any case, the crew is not going to lose all of its support, but I just hope that they will actually fix the Crew fully. Well, not fully, mostly. They will mostly fix all the problems with the Crew so that players that still play the Crew can actually get all the awards and so forth. I honestly probably won't complete all the awards because, well, frankly, I don't want to do Crew versus Crew and so forth, but I will try my best to actually just still make videos on the Crew if they release any interesting new additions to the game, like content and so forth. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found the video informative, give the video a like and share it around with your friends and so forth, so that they can get the news as to what is going on with the Crew and what's also up with the Crew 2. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.